Hi, I'm Jay, and this is Did You Know? I'm so glad to be with you today to talk about how we come to church and what we do when we are in church. It's, again, a little different than what we do in other places, in our school or in our home. When we come some places, we might just come and sit down, like I'm sitting down right now. But in church, we do a lot more moving around, which is a great thing. And what we wanted to talk about in this Did You Know is that there are reasons why we move around. So I'm seated right now, seated comfortably, seated in church. And one of the things that we do when we come and sit in church is sitting is the way we listen. So part of what we do in church is try to listen for what God is saying to us. So for instance, when people are doing readings, then we just sit and we listen to those readings. And when somebody is offering a sermon, we sit and we listen to the sermon because that's a way we can hear more attentively and pay attention to what's going on. But we don't spend the whole time sitting because that would be boring, among other things. And it just is like there are things we are participating in this service. It's not just that we're coming to hear a sermon or to hear a couple readings. We are part of this service. It's kind of like a play that we're a part of, so we've got to act it out. So in addition to sitting, which we do a lot of in a service, we often will stand. Different times we stand. We stand when we sing a hymn, because we're all entering into the praise of God. We stand often during the prayer over the bread and wine, which is in the at the altar. We just do that as a way of honoring. It's a position of praying. It's a position in which we're celebrating, so we stand a lot. We particularly stand like in a season like Easter, when we're just filled with joy with Jesus' new life. So that's another thing we do. We stand. One of the other things we do in certain seasons, we don't remain standing. We come around and we kneel. But before I get there, one of the things people often do in church is just to bow. I wonder where you see people bowing ever in life. Some of our Asian friends, our Asian cultures, do a lot of bowing to each other, and it's a way of saying that they're showing honor to the other person. Well, in church we bow, and we bow to the altar, and we bow to give honor to God, to say God is really special, to say this is a very special time. So that bowing comes, and the clergy will do that. You'll see the clergy bowing at all different times in the service, but you'll see other people bowing as well. You'll see readers when maybe they come up to do the reading. They will bow. And it's just a way of saying we are in the presence of something really great, something really awesome. And so that's partly why we bow.
Oh, hello. Come see the roof. Did you know the church has a roof that people come sit on and use? Look over there. Look how high up we are. It's pretty cool. There's something else I want to show you. Come over here. That's the church steeple. That's that big top of the church you can see from far away when you're coming down Madison Avenue. There's also a little shade up here in case it gets too thin. I love this cutout because it's shaped like a stained glass window. But we can go this way. And here's Madison Avenue. Pretty neat, huh?
So there's another thing we do when we come to church, and at different points in the service, we get on our knees. So this is like aerobic exercise. We're up and down and sitting and all this kind of stuff, but kneeling is very important. So what do you think happens when we kneel? What do you think we're doing? During Lent, a season when we sort of talk about things that we might have done that aren't things we're supposed to do. One of the things we do when we say confession, for instance, confess to God that we've done things that fall short of what God wants us to do, we kneel, we get down on our knees and say, we are sorry. Or at certain times when we have the prayer over the bread and wine, we'll also kneel for part of that prayer. It's just to say, again, we are acting out this play, we are acting out this drama, and we are coming into the presence of God who is so much greater than we are. And we just act that out in the ways we sit and stand and kneel and bow. All of it is to say we are a big part of the service. So if you're wondering why we do so much moving around, why Episcopalians love to do aerobic exercises in church, it's because that's how we help to worship, and now you know.